All right. With any luck, we are here. This has been an adventure of a day. What's going on, everybody? Buckman, Enzi, what's going on? How you guys doing? This has been kind of a crazy day, but that's all right. We get to get some flying in, which is always good. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? How you doing? This is awesome. We got some new faces already aboard, joining us for the flight. Not new faces, but new fly-alongs. I think Ryan, this is your first one to come along. Jamie, what's going on, Wheels? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. I was thinking about you before. I was thinking about you right before we did this, and yeah, I managed to load myself here. So, um, yeah, man, I'm telling you, paperwork indeed. I'm gonna be working this weekend, unfortunately, because I just have too much stuff. Too much stuff going on. I had way too much stuff going on today, and I couldn't get it all done. And it's just life, right? That's life when you have it's life when you have all kinds of stuff going on, I guess. So, but this should be fun. We're gonna fly down to Cartagena. I'm surprised there's no decent freeware available for Cartagena, but there's not. Um, oh, Jamie, I'm glad to see that. I haven't checked them since well, I haven't checked them today, but I will definitely get a look at that. So we got external power supply on. We got rotating beacon on. Make sure my volume is up here. Mike Coffee, what's going on? What is going on? Peter, this is like the Hall of Fame today. We got mixtures and props full forward, master and battery switches on. We got fuel pumps on. Let's see here. We'll go fuel valves open. This is the first time I'm using the new FrameGen mod on a flight, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I know, Mike, you're right. Some of these airports don't exist. They exist in I don't know. They exist on little nav map, and they or don't exist on little nav map, but they do exist in the sim. I don't quite understand, but we'll see. Um, Whoopsie, we'll find somewhere to land. Right engine, good start. Oil pressure is good. Mags to both. Will you get out of my way? You didn't. Come on, go away, go away. Mags to both. That prop is clear. Oh, whoops, I did the wrong thing. I'm in a hurry, I need to slow down. Never be in a hurry around airplanes. Mags to both, oil pressure is good. Go Avionics. Master switches on, nav strobe lights on, external power supply off. So, I've done 3 videos in the last 3 days, which they take probably about 3 to 4 hours a piece, and then work, and then Mrs. IslandSimPilot's getting ready for her trip. She's leaving for Panama tomorrow, so my life has just been crazy. I appreciate that, Peter, I really do. So my life has just been crazy busy the last couple days, and I wasn't able to get a couple things done today, but that's life. Kenneth, what's going on? How are you? Let's release the parking brake, and there's nobody around to hit because I'm in the I'm in the at the gate here. So it looks like it's just going to be scuzzy weather. I think the weather's going to be okay. I don't know. Let me see what I got on top here. Whoopsie daisy. I don't know what's going on. There's a 777 or 747 over there. I think I might be a little bit. Well, I guess we'll just have to see what the weather does, right? Oh, the other thing I need to do, once again, it wouldn't be one of my normal flights, so I didn't forget to do that. Alright, so where is everybody? Air Ruffles. Air Ruffles is not part of our group. Let's have a look here. I know Buckman was on the ground earlier. Hey Jeb, what's going on? Awesome, I appreciate that. I'm trying. Oh, there we go. There's a taxiway. Let's take that. So hopefully we're gonna find some people to fly with here. Where is everybody? Is everybody around the corner over here? I am on the east server. At least I think I am. I hope so. I never touched that. That was always that's always the one I've been on. If you guys can see each other and I can't see you guys, then I might be on the wrong server. But it sounds like Ryan and Buckman can see me. I'm probably, because I've got this this airport is payware. Yeah, this is gonna be somewhat IFR, I think, but it should clear up. Let's see. Mixtures and props. We'll forward put in some flaps here. Right behind me. Alright, cool. Yeah, I think you're probably just below the concrete. Awesome. So I'm gonna go right out, Charlie. And it's gonna be I believe it's gonna be a left downwind departure here. Mr. Fluffles over there. Let's see. Alright. Mr. K. That's gotta be one of us right there, or else somebody else is flying an Islander, which I find unlikely. Alright. Let's find out what kind of weather we have. Jeb, you are on. We're here. Awesome to have you aboard. Glad to see new people flying along. It's always great. Alright. So, heading indicator checks with the runway number. Fuel pumps around flaps are set. Takeoff power is coming in. Oh, Jeb, yeah, you know what? I have a 2-week hiatus coming up at the end of August from my computer, and I'm not looking forward to it. Alright, let's ease it on back. And off we go. There's Skywolf. Alright. So I think the weather should be kind of, I think it's going to be kind of hit and miss. But the problem is there's rocks in some of these clouds. That's the other problem. So we'll just have to hope it clears up. I don't think there's any weather out, I don't think there's any mountains out by the coast. And matey, what's going on? How you doing? Set course 246. This is definitely IFR-ish. But what's the fun, right? I noticed when I was loading in, the weather was showing. Yeah, I agree, Nancy. The weather was showing a little bit. Wish I had the little rain picture. Now, what's going to be? Yeah, exactly. What's the worst that can happen? Now, the funny part is going to be is if we're flying along and flying along and flying along happy, and then we hit something. That is one of my favorite expressions in aviation. They refer to that as controlled flight into terrain, which I think is a hilarious expression for flying into the side of a mountain. So let's go CDI. Alright. Yeah, look at this. It's plenty clear up here. It's plenty clear up here. Find out how far along. I don't even know how long this leg is. We got 25 minutes. Alright, so we're gonna head up to 3,000. Terrain mode, I don't even know how to do that. I think you go I I don't know the 530 very well. Oopsie. Let's give it some little bit of trim here. Let's see, where is terrain mode? Maybe I went past terrain. Oh, there's terrain mode right there, and there's no terrain. This is great news. This is fantastic news. Whoa. Hey, there's Jeb. Nice. Look at this. That is sweet. What plane is that, Jeb? Alright. Let's see here. Neat. Yeah, I don't know the two. I don't know the. I don't know the 530 very well. They're actually discontinuing parts for the 530. Well, the whole GNS series actually. So Freeware Smaug. Not familiar with that plane. I'll have to check it out. That is pretty wild. Alright, we'll level it off at 3,000. Oh, Mike, I hate the GNS. I genuinely, I mean, hate is a strong word, I do realize that. But the GNS 530. Then again, I think I don't really like anything with knobs or buttons. I like touchscreen. I'm a big fan of touchscreen. Or at least give me a keypad, you know? There's 23 squared. The G3000 is the bomb. I met a guy with a G3000 in his Bonanza one time. I was freaking Avionics suite cost more than my house. Crazy. He had flown out to my home airport for just like, I think he was just doing IFR practice, and he was fueling his plane up at the same time I was. And we got talking, and he was like, "Look in the cockpit." I looked in there, he had a complete G3000 suite. Insane. It's worth, like, I don't know what that costs to install. It's easily 6 figures. Easily 6 figures. So it doesn't look like there's anything for us to hit, which is good. Which is very good. So, hey, you gotta put your gear up. I kind of like the chaos of these flights. Where's Buckman? Buckman's gotta be low. That's what Buckman does. Yeah, Enzi, that is very true. That is very true. So, alright, we've got. Oh, see, here's the. Alright, behind this is. Let me have a look at the rest of this. So it looks like we're pretty good, actually. Because the rest of our flight is just this segment right here. We're going to be going from here down this way. So we seem to be clear of mountains, which is good. Mountains and airplanes don't mix. So what have you guys been up to? It's Friday. Which I know for Buckman doesn't mean anything, because every day is a work day if you have a farm. But, no way, Jeff. Scout camp for a week, then a holiday in Wales. That's awesome. Yeah, flights. I'm the same way. I'm going. We're going 2 weeks to the Caribbean the end of August, and I'm gonna miss the sim too. I love how many people I love the fact that we get people from all over the place. We get a lot of people from the UK, but I mean, we seem to get a lot of. There's a lot of Canadians. There's a lot of people from the UK. There's a lot of people from the west coast of the U.S., which is pretty sweet. So, Good stuff. Rhode Island. Went out to Rhode Island one time. That's pretty good stuff. Yeah, Jeb, the Caribbean is epic, and this trip is going to be particularly epic because we're going for 15 days, which is going to be nice. I realized the other day 15 days is half a month. Yeah, probably it is. I mean, I always use these things, the views. I just got my views set up for the Islander the other day, so I got that view. I got my lights down here. I don't have my landing lights on, which I should. And then what else we got? We got the co-pilot view. I've always got that. Then I got that view. Then I got these views. I set these up. So, we're gonna go, Jeb. We're gonna go to St. Bart's. I am absolutely gonna make it a point of doing at least one flight over there. I have a buddy of mine who flies professionally around the islands, and every Friday he makes a run to St. Bart's. So I'm gonna be on a St. Bart's run on that Friday. Paulo, what's going on in the Azores? I forgot about that. Yeah, I've seen some crazy videos from your part of the world lately. There was a YouTube, no, it was an Instagram video of what was it? Eurowings 767 touching down in your part of the world, and it went bang. It hit the ground hard. Yeah, Kenneth, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There are some great marketplace deals right now. I gotta look at that actually. Yeah, Paolo, that's for darn sure, because I've seen so many videos of wacky landings in the Azores. It's crazy. But this one, I tell you how sturdy they make transport category airplanes, because this 767 hit the ground hard. I mean hard. But yeah, Ryan, this area is awesome. I mean, the Caribbean generally is just pretty cool, but I've found Venezuela and Colombia are both really beautiful, which shouldn't come as a surprise. I'm just saying. Man, I bet you. Yeah, Paolo, I'm using this is the new FrameGen mod right now, the updated version. And to me, it looks better. You know what I realized after I made the video? Somebody said that they've never seen this sort of thing, this kind of stuff going on with the spinner. I think what happened is, I think this is actually from the livery, not from, like, if I used one of the stock liveries, I don't think you would see that. I'd never really thought about it, but I think that might actually be the case. Buckman, are you not flying? Are you on board today? I was looking around to see your airplane. I didn't see you. Kenneth, SJU to St. Bart's is via trade. Yeah, Kenneth, that is really expensive. It's like $750 or something per ticket, or some nonsense like that. But I suppose if you're going from, like, if you're flying into St. Bart's, you probably got some cash anyway. But yeah, we'll be flying from Anguilla to St. Bart's. But actually, now that I think about it, we're actually going to be in Grand Cas for 6 days, and so I was really thinking about going just wandering over to Grand Cas Airport and taking St. Bart's commuter over to St. Bart's for the day, just to do something different, because that would be really, really fun. So we'll have to see, but I'm obviously gonna keep you guys keep you guys aware of what the plans are. You've seen that Hierarchy Edinburgh V2 came out today. No, I have not. Edinburgh V2. I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh, no way! That's really cool, Jeff. I'll check that airport out. That's always cool when you get to see your home airport in the sim. Jamie, I always think about a story my brother told the early days of his flying career was landing an King Air 200, bounced off the ground once, got on the PA, and assured his passengers that he wouldn't charge them for the second flight. Yeah, it's about the truth too. Yeah, the usual joke is, which landing did you like better, the first one or the second one? But yeah, I thought you were the. Where's Buck at? I don't see you, Buck. I don't see you anywhere. Anyway, what do we got else going on here? Hot Knife 79, Scotty 2, awesome. That's funny. I was wondering who that was. That's great. Wind favor 01. 01 it is. 01 it is. Welcome aboard, Scotty. How you doing? RJ the Virus 700 is pocket change for me. No, you know what's funny is I'm too cheap to do a lot of things. Like I'm not, well, the only thing I'm not cheap about is spending big, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want to spend too much money, but then I go to then I'll take a 2-week vacation to the Caribbean. You know what I mean? But Jeb, we will definitely do some real flying videos while I'm there for sure. So it depends on how much Mrs. IslandSimPilot's going to let me go flying with my buddy Wayne. So my buddy Wayne flies Islanders around the Caribbean, and whenever I'm down there, he always takes me flying with him. Like, sometimes he does mail runs or cargo runs and stuff like that, and he takes me with him. And so we're definitely gonna be doing some. We're definitely gonna be doing some flying vlogs for sure. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, see, there's some ghosting right there along the trailing edge, but that's all right. But RJ, yeah, $700 for San Juan to St. Bart's is a little crazy. But man, they have like six flights a day, I think, to St. Bart's. So I mean, clearly somebody's doing it. I mean, that's nuts. Imagine doing that with like a wife and 2 kids. It's like 28. That's like $3,000 just to fly for an hour. It's crazy. RH Milk Boy, what's going on? You're unsure about the frame gen issue where game doesn't launch. That's an interesting one. I don't know that I've heard of it causing the game not to launch. But does it literally not launch, or does it launch and crash? The result is the same, but but they're two different issues. I mean, because I know that I was looking on the they have a forum on their Nexus mods page. Launches for about a second and crashes. I know on the Nexus mods page they have a tab called forums, and they had some people with issues with that with other games. You might want to check those. And it was like on the front page, the first page of the forum. I would click on there and see if they have any kind of universal information about what might be going on. I mean, and I'm sorry for that. Obviously, that's not what we're trying to have happen to people. You know, it's the thing is like with the amount of the different programs people are running, different hardware. It surprises me, frankly, that it doesn't happen more often than it does. But when it happens to you, it's certainly no good. So I'm sorry to hear that's happening to you there, Milk Boy. Wait here, hold on for 1 second. I'll post it right here. So right there at that link, there's a couple things. Yeah, there's a couple people having that issue in different games. So I would check that and even post in there and see if they can give you some help. And if you do figure it out, let me know. Because a lot of the solutions that I give to problems that people have are just solutions that people tell me. You know, and then I can tell other people. So, Jeb, are you talking a clean reinstall of the sim or a clean reinstall of the mod? I hope not the sim. I had to reinstall my sim about 2 weeks ago, which is no fun. And the other thing I would just do, Milk Boy, is just undo what you did. You know, just take the files out, and then re-engage the or enable the NVIDIA signature checks, that second regedit to fix it, and see if that does it for you. See if you can at least get back to a normal state. But anyone named Dast in the group? I don't know. I'm starting to wonder, is Buckman maybe on a different server? Because I don't see him anywhere. Look at this. How cool is that right there? That. Alright. I don't know if it's going to help you with the touchdown stutter. The touchdown stutter is a mystery, man. Nobody can figure that one out. I've tried a couple different things. How bad is your touchdown stutter? Is it just like is it a quick one, or is it like really bad? 'Cause I know some of them are just like, I get it sometimes, but it's not really too dramatic, so I just live with it. Jamie, latest issue is bad stuttering issue. You know what's weird, Jamie? Are you using FrameGen mod as well? Because sometimes when I get really bad stuttering, if I go into the settings, turn the FrameGen mod off, click OK, and then turn the FrameGen mod back on and click OK and go back into the flight, it's smooth as can be, which is really strange. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna be. I don't know if you heard. I'm a man on my own for the next 10 days. So my Mrs. Island Sim Pilot is going on. She's going away for 10 days, so I'm gonna be. I'll have some time on my hands. Just using FrameGen inside the sim. So is it a mod, Jamie, or do you have the 40 card? I think you're probably using the mod, no? Yeah, Jeb, it's rare for me to get the touchdown stutter. I've seen it, but and it's weird too because it doesn't really bother me. That's a pretty cool plane. I want to look at that plane real quick. Ah, okay. That's a STOL aircraft. Okay, now I see what you're flying. That's a pretty wild airplane. All right, where are we landing here? It's probably a good thing to know, right? So it looks like. Gosh, this is beautiful around here. I'm gonna go this way so we can see the city. You have a 40 card. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. So let's see here. I'm gonna go this way so we can take a look at Cartagena. I have a really good friend of mine from Colombia that I just saw yesterday, actually. When I don't have that stuttering issue, I'm getting at least 60 FPS per speed. Yeah, that's good. Oh, Enzi, that's a good one too. I forgot about that one. I forgot about that. Hey, Bob, what's going on? I forgot about that one, Enzi. That is a good one. Is this the airport I'm supposed to be landing at? Probably. Yes, it is. It shows y'all where I am. I want to see Cartagena, though. Oh, this must be a Microsoft airport because there's no way that's. Unless I downloaded this one too and I forgot. I might have bought this one too. Because that's a really good suggestion, Enzi. That's a really good suggestion. When I was flying a ton for American Airlines Virtual, I was under 115 knots. Go fuel pumps on. I would fly to Colombia now and again, so I think I bought a couple of these airports. But like, look at the port right there. That's crazy. That is crazy. Look at this. How crazy is that? Did Microsoft do Colombia? Because that looks like a pretty... I mean, I can't imagine this is stock scenery. I can't imagine that's stock scenery. I mean, that's wild. Alright, we'll go props full forward. Power out here. I need to bleed some speed. Let's see here. Alright, there's the white arc. This is the Islander, so we don't have anything to worry about in terms of getting it down. Alright, let's do some crosswind landing practice. Watch this. This is my... I did this once before. This is fun. Alright, let's level it off. But we're not going to land. Alright, we're just going to stay right above the runway. And then this is how you practice your crosswinds. Try to get your nose straight down the runway. dip your wind into the wing and just ride it all the way down the runway. Alright, and then we'll just pull the power out. That right there was a perfect crosswind landing. That was money right there. Look at this. Yeah, I must have. I think I loaded all of my Colombia airports using add-on linker, and so I think it loaded all of the Colombian. I think it loaded all my Colombian airports, and I'm sure I bought this for American Virtual Airlines, which is the only explanation. But like, this is pretty wild. This is pretty wild. There's Hot Knife. What's going on? All right. So let me have a look here. What is our next? So the next destination, there's these two tiny little airports. SKXQ. I'm gonna see if that's in there. Okay. No, don't do that to me. Why do you do that to me? There were two tiny little airports. XQ. But they weren't on. I don't think they were on little nav map. Here's me trying to do my alphabet. Nice. Let's go check this one out. These are two tiny little airports right by the water. Let's see here. So there's this one right there, and then literally like 10 feet away from it there's another one, and then the big airport is right down here. So let's go check these out. 198 on the heading, or as they call it where I live, the heading. Let's see here. Yeah, it's about 198. Alright, what do we got here? Richard, what's going on? How you doing? We were chatting on one of the videos lately. How you been? Yeah, Jeb, those STOL airplanes are pretty wild. They are pretty wild. So we're gonna have to back taxi here probably. So I think we're pretty much all the way down the runway here. Suicide Fox. I don't know if I want to try an airplane with the word suicide in the name. Here it comes, Bachman. I'm just gonna back taxi a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, that was. I don't know what that was about, but I see you now. That it's never a good sign when they build looks like a prison wall right around the airport. That's not a good sign. We are at SKCG. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, I probably got enough runway right now. So let's swing it around here. Another cool thing about this plane, it can literally turn around in its own shadow. And alright, we're heading due south here, gentlemen. I want to make a left downwind departure so I can see the city. She always tries to kill the pilot. Isn't that the that's my first instructor used to say that the reason he drank so much is because all his students were trying to kill him all the time. Me being one of his students. There's 80 knots, we're looking good. We'll be good citizens, bring the power and the props back. Man, I'm telling you, this part of the world is looking pretty good. Oh, I took off with full flaps. Yikes. Positive rate of climb. Ay. My coffee's with us. Heading home from work. So who was it the other day who was watching the stream stopped at a stoplight? I think it was Bombasso. I can't remember though. But man, I'm telling you, this part of the world is looking pretty crazy. Yeah, short takeoff. But that's you got to be careful. Some planes can take off with full flaps. Yeah, I totally agree, Bob. I think this can be fun. We have to go to look at that building right there. I mean, tell me that's not custom. That's wild. We have to go to. Let's go fuel pumps. Oh, fuel pressures are good. We have to go to Panama City. Which is going to be funny because when we get to Panama City, I'm fairly certain that Mrs. IslandSimPilot will be there. But look at this scenery. I mean, this is wild. And you can tell, like, this is the old town right here. Do I have my flaps all the way up? I do. Alright. I mean, look at this. Because the reason why we want to go see Panama City is Panama City has some really cool approaches. Look at that building right there. It's a little church. Tell me that's not a custom-made building. Did Microsoft do Colombia? I don't think so. So I'm wondering why they have all these cool buildings here. Alright, now it's time to start heading south here. It's just, oh, look at this. This is awesome. I always get a kick out of this. That is awesome. Yeah, I was chatting with my buddy from Colombia yesterday. He dropped by to say hello. This leg is gonna be, oh whoopsie, it's gonna be real short if I fly that way, or real long if I fly that way. This leg is going to be 21 minutes, so it shouldn't be too long. Jeb's having a good time. Let's see. Yeah, take me down to Paradise City. Yeah, it is a good turnout for Friday, and I was realizing actually earlier, and I'm sure that's from the satellite imagery, but that's just cool. I was realizing earlier that Friday is actually a pretty good time to fly. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. So let's get down to 3,000. Really hard to fly in a straight line. Then that would be an airplane with negative dynamic stability. I am flying an airplane with positive dynamic stability. That means it's very easy to keep straight and level. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, interesting, Mike. Yeah, I know a lot of people who have talked about South America kind of being lacking in Microsoft Flight Simulators. I did one South America tour like a while ago. Probably a year and a half ago. But you don't really see much from the 737. So there comes Buckman. So yeah, this should be it's good stuff. Yes, posh words. Well, it's what you get for studying for your commercial pilot's license. You learn silly things. I remember talking to an airline captain once, which this reminds me. I remember talking to an airline captain once who couldn't remember whether you had to do a check ride to get your commercial pilot's license. I'm like, how could this guy possibly not know that? He was an older dude, and he probably, my guess is he probably came straight out of the military, so he never did a commercial check ride in the civvy world, the civilian world. He probably just had, his ATP from his military time. But he literally was like, "Do you have to do a check ride for that?" I'm like, "What?" Yes, you do. Manifold pressure, RPM, in that order. That is correct. Usually you want to keep if you're making adjustments on things, especially if you're well, actually it doesn't really matter whether you're going up or down, whether you're increasing or decreasing. You usually want to do manifold pressure first, because you want to keep your manifold pressure lower than your props. So in other words, this is 23 inches. You want to keep this lower than that, even though that's 2400, not 24. You get the idea. Speaking of South America, there's some elections coming up in Venezuela in a week or so. Just very hopeful that something good happens down there. But another story. So we should have two pretty cool little airports to check out. Look at this. Beautiful. So I think what I was thinking about this earlier. I think what I might want to do is make Friday a regular thing, but do it an hour earlier. Do it at like 3 o'clock. What do you guys think of that idea? Yeah, maybe this is some good stuff. Tarps. Oh, that thing. The Vans has manifold pressure and prop. In other words, has a controllable pitch prop. I didn't know that. I suppose it makes sense, actually. I suppose it makes sense. Oh, Mike Coffee's got lunch. Lunchtime. I didn't really eat lunch today. But I'm gonna have fish and chips for dinner, which makes me happy. It's always good to eat healthy all week long and then have fish and chips for dinner on a Friday. Nice, Ryan. That's awesome. I'll check that out. I have Discord closed right now, but screenshots are always appreciated. So, yes, it's been an eventful couple days in the old world of flight sim. It's so cool, look at that. That is beautiful. I'm always surprised at how many people watch my my driver videos, my driver review videos. They seem to be somewhat popular, which is good. Works for me. Gives me an excuse to fly around a little bit. Das habt ihr doch gar nicht in Deutschland, ey. Bierzeit, ey. Zumindest im Norden. Im Norden haben wir Bierzeit. Feierabend. Feierabend. Remember when I was learning German, I was like, Feierabend, that's a weird word. And I realized it wasn't fire. Yeah, Mike, you know, it's funny, somebody else mentioned that same thing today. Somebody was like, yeah, I've got, like, my sim is running beautifully, but I was thinking about trying this out, and I was like, you know what? If your sim's running beautifully, leave it alone. Don't do it. Bierzeit ist 1600. Ah, that makes some sense, Enzi. Bierzeit ist 1600 und Whiskyzeit ist, wenn das Bier alle ist. Wenn es kein Bier mehr gibt. Uh-oh. Mrs. IslandSimPilot's picking up dinner and I forgot to pay for it. Oops. Alright. Man, not good. Not good. Let's see. Heard a cool German saying, you have to share your mustard too. I don't know about that one. That one is unfamiliar to me. Whiskey times when the sun is out. I like that. Yeah, you know, Jamie, it is always 5 o'clock somewhere. What's wrong with noon? What's wrong with noon? Bombasso! What's going on? Mike Coffee. Mike Coffee wins again. Bombasso, that was awfully kind of you, sir. What's going on? We got some whoopsie here. Where are we going? Where are we going? We were just talking about you earlier, Bombasso. Am I going the wrong? What am I doing here? Yeah, I gotta go like this way a little bit. I think Mike won the last one that Bombasso sponsored. I never know how to catch those. Like I was watching. I don't know if you guys know. If you guys know XP72, I watch him sometimes. He's a cool guy. I like him. But every once in a while, somebody will do that on his streams. They'll buy like, I don't know, however many memberships, and I never know how to claim one. I don't know if you have to click on it or what, but I don't know. Paul Coffee. I don't know. Paul, is there? Let's see. I'm guessing that's a musical reference. Oh, now I see what you're talking. Oh, you're talking Canadian ice hockey. Alright, you're talking hockey. Which makes sense. Babas, that's funny. Yeah, so it's a 1 month membership gift. Which is awfully kind. So how far do we have to go here? So let me take a look. That's not going to do it for me. Let me take a look on little nav map here. Alright, so it should be kind of right in there. It shouldn't be kind of right in there. It should be exactly right there, this little airport. How far away are we here? 10 miles. Alright, so we still got a little bit to go. Barry Shackleton, what's going on? No, but actually, you know what? Actually, now that you mentioned that, Barry, I had a couple today when I was doing a flight for the frame gen mod video. I did, now that you mention it. I had a couple small ones and I just kind of ignored them. And that's probably exactly what it was. Interesting. Never thought about that. You know, I was never into hockey until I saw a hockey game live. Hockey is one of those. Hockey is a sport to me you have to watch live. Look at this. And the first ever hockey game I went to, we had aisle seats, and it was a minor league hockey. It was up in Glens Falls, New York. I forget which team, but this is like, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago. And she poops in the latest driver. But so we were sitting. So it's minor league hockey, right? So it's a little bit, you know, a little bit crazier than regular hockey, than professional. Well, it is professional, but a little bit crazier than NHL hockey. But anyway, so we're sitting there. We had aisle seats, and there was this guy sitting across the aisle with his wife and their baby. There's like a toddler, and they had the toddler in their hand. Like he had the toddler in his lap, like in his arms. And they're watching the game and that's going to be the runway right there. 9 feet, look at that. That's going to be the runway right there. It's runway 10. Winds are 180 at 9, so this is going to be a fun one. So that was the start of the hockey game. Then by the third period, the guy was standing up. He was holding the baby like a football and yelling at the ref that he would find him in the parking lot after the game. And I was like, dude, I didn't say anything, but I'm thinking to myself, that is poor parenting right there. That is absolutely poor parenting. I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, I never do any fun things like that. I always do. I like boring flying in real life, and I like boring flying in the sim. I always say in real life, if the flight is exciting, then something went wrong. Yeah, Bob, I was seriously. I was like, I mean, he was literally was threatening the referee's life with his child in his hand. I was like, jeez. Jeez. And then I texted my best friend, who's a big hockey fan, big Buffalo, who's the Buffalo team? Buffalo Sabres, big Buffalo Sabres fan. And I texted him after the game, told him the story, and he's like, yeah. He said, hockey fans are not like other fans. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. I thought that was a little bit over the top in my opinion, but, you know, this is like going to be a little dirt runway. And I think the other runway is that one right there. They're literally like side by side. Or no, the other one is going to be, let's see. So the first one is this one right here. And I think the second one's going to be somewhere over here, on just on the other side of this little plateau here. Or what? That's not a plateau. What is that? It's an outcropping. We'll deem that an outcropping for the purposes of our flight. The rest. Yeah, I don't know. I used to get excitable at sporting events. Well, not really at sporting events, but like I'd yell at the TV and stuff. And I still do it now occasionally, but I've chilled out in my old age. We'll go mixtures and props full forward. Get back into flap range. This is my kind of airport, right at the edge of the water. There's 2 notches of flaps right there. So now be a left to right wind. Diego, what's going on? Yes, you need to replace those 2. Well, you need to. It's in the video. It's described in the video exactly what to do. But the short answer is yes. There's a little bit of a trick to it. Alright. Mixtures and props full forward, gears down and welded. Alright, power's all the way out. Whoa! That was not smooth. That was not smooth. Aerodynamic braking. And for the new oh shoot. There's been an issue. For the newly initiated into our flying group today, coming in hot. There's no shame in running into somebody else on the runway. So don't worry about like not landing if there's somebody on the runway. Just land. It's no big deal. But anyway, Diego, there's I explain it in the video of what to do. It's why is my head position so weird? It's in the middle, probably like at the 7-minute mark, 8-minute mark of the video. I put a chapter title there. And this is another thing. Maybe I have static aircraft enabled? Because like we're at a little airport in the middle of nowhere and they've got like appropriate liveried caravans chilling out here. This is pretty wild. I mean, honestly, this is pretty cool. That E300's a wild plane. Here comes my coffee. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. He's gonna grease that. Oh. Yep. Grease it. Alright, let's see here. Let me pay attention to my flaps this time. Hopefully. Alright. Man, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting hungry. It's probably because my wife's bringing me fish and chips right now, which makes me hungry. Alright, now, Blue Star Line, how you doing? Yeah. It's a mystery sometimes, isn't it? I mean, I was just saying earlier, like with all the permutations of like, and I think are you Blue Star? Are you talking about when you're doing flight sim or when you're doing? Because I know you do some you do shipping stuff, boats and so on, hence the name. And but what was I gonna say? But yeah, I mean it's somewhat of a mystery to me. I mean, you can have 2 people with the same equipment, the same programs, the same settings, and you'll get different performance. You know, only flight sim. Gotcha. You know, actually, as a matter of fact, one of the things that we were talking about earlier, which is a good idea, try one time Alt-Enter twice. Like Alt-Enter, wait a second, and then Alt-Enter. That's takes you out of full screen mode and puts you back into full screen mode, and that might help. That might help. So we're gonna go. This next airport is literally 2 minutes away. Let's see if we can find it here. Tried that before, still nothing. The other thing I did that worked for me. What just yeah? He says as he stutters his way down the runway. Is try. If I am in a flight like this and I it starts getting choppy, if I go into the settings, turn frame gen mod or just turn frame gen off, click OK, and then just turn it right back on again, and go back into the flight, like a lot of times that'll fix it, which I don't quite know why, but let's see here. There we are, right there. You. Oh man, Blue Line, I'm running out of ideas. How, like, what are you talking, like consistent, like bad stutters, or just every once in a while you'll get one? Hey Enzi, that's awesome. We're also gonna fly on Sunday. I think we're gonna fly Sunday. We'll fly Sunday and Wednesday, and then next Friday. So that'd be awesome if you could join us. All right, Jeb, take it easy. If your hiatus from the sim starts after today, then enjoy your time away, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, man. Let's see. I'm just gonna leave those flaps, and I'm gonna leave my fuel pumps on too because I'm landing right here. This should be a cool little. And thank you, Jeb. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate you guys joining us. And Enzi, same. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Trust me. I'm the one who appreciates. Thank you. Let's see here. We got runway 5 somewhere like that because I'm pretty much on a downwind. Okay, runway 3. Alright, runway 3. Speaking of commercial flying, running at 1080 to 3070 Ti. That's interesting, Blue Line. I mean, I keep saying Blue Line. It's Blue Star Line. That's interesting because, like, are you getting consistent stutters all the time, or just every once in a while? That's weird. All right, let's do some commercial flying. Props or power all the way out. Now let's see if we can make the runway here. This is going to be particularly tricky because this is a short runway. Oh, I don't know about this. This might not be. This might not work. Pretty much all the time. That stinks. What other programs are you running? Are you running like Auto FPS or anything? Because, I mean, at 1080, that's crazy. You shouldn't be getting that. Oh, this is not looking good. Which makes you wonder why I'm not heading for the end of the runway. This is what you do on your commercial pilot check ride. You got to pull the props at the, or pull the power and try and make the runway. And I am going to make the runway. So we're going to bring in the flaps. Look at that. I would have passed. Well, not yet anyway. I would have passed my commercial check ride today. That's awesome. Alright, now we got one more. Got one more landing. Fly run nothing behind at the moment unless it's that's weird. That's really kind of weird, Blue Star. That doesn't really make sense. With your hardware and running it at 1080. Have you tried I'm sure you have. Have you tried updating your DLSS file? That would be the other thing I would think of. Back in 5. At least it's paved. Oh, that's funny. Loaded the wrong Cessna. The citation. That was the citation I saw at the last airport. That's funny. Scotty, that's funny. Alright, we got one more today. We've got SKTL. Well, Scotty, you'll feel better. You'll feel better with knowing that UN, who's not here today, he usually flies the A320 no matter where we fly. You should see some of the airports he's landed that plane at. Blue Star, that's weird. That's weird. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, where's our next? Alright, let me at least type this one in. Let's see. SK. That's weird. Alright, SK. Where are we going next? What did I say? SKTL. Alright, let's work on our alphabet here. Nice. The alphabet is working in my direction. Working in my favor. SKTL. Whoopsie. KL. There we go. Alright, heading at 169. It's going to be the last run today. So, Blue Star, this has been like this for you forever, then I assume, if you're kind of giving up on it. It seems like it's been something that's been plaguing you. That stinks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. You know, it's funny. I was watching some of my old videos the other day, and even on my 1080, I was running Flight Sim on my GTX 1080 machine, and it was smooth as can be. It must be, I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Fuel pumps on, flaps are set. Mixtures and props full forward. And we'll go a little left turn out. There's 70 knots. Doo-doo-doo. Let's go this way. Drop the nose a little bit. Hold. That's crazy. So you get it with. So you even get it with different PCs. Like this is. So this is your second PC running it, and you still got the same thing. That's bizarre. There's 1,000 feet. We'll go a few pumps on, a few pressures, or a few pumps off rather. A few pressures are good. Manifold pressure back. Props coming back. Blue Star, that's wrong. That's crazy. I mean, try running it with, have you tried running it through a VPN? Because that's not the craziest idea I've ever heard. Because sometimes it's not even like that your internet service provider is like messing with you. Sometimes there's just a bad connection somewhere between you and the Microsoft Azure servers. And that's possible. I would try running it through a VPN. And does like other games and things that you play, that they all work all right? I'm telling you, Blue Star, it's not, because you can get good download speeds, but if for some reason wherever you are, there's a bad connection between you and wherever you're routed to for the Azure server, it literally could be. It's worth a shot. Jeez, that's weird. I mean, so that would almost kind of favor the idea that maybe it's a server thing. I don't know why I feel like I'm sitting like this. Weird. Yeah, Jamie, that's what I'm thinking. Exactly what I'm thinking. I see where Peter's going. I see where Peter's going with that. That might be that's a good idea too. That might be a good idea too, or a good line of inquiry, as they say. This is a pretty cool flight today. If I may say so myself. There's one thing I've never done: helicopters. Helicopters scare me. Jeez. I would try the VPN, and if that works, I'm gonna. Well, first of all, you'll be the happiest person in the world, but I'd be pretty happy too, because that's just crazy. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that literally doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, the weather did clear up for us. Wheels. Looking good. I have to say, Colombia's been pretty nice, right? Scenery's not bad. Scenery's pretty great. And we're coming straight into the airport. Let's see, runway. I believe it's going to be runway 35. That's literally it right there. We're going straight in. But I think we need... The winds are what? Winds are variable at 2. So we can actually go straight in. Actually go straight in. I'm not gonna go that far down. Try changing anti-aliasing settings. Gotcha. But those... The stuttering is what... The stuttering is what gets me. Somebody's flying a Kodiak. Let's see. Alright, whoopsie. I'm closer than I realized. This is a nice thing about this plane, is you can drop it like a rock. Alright, I don't even know what city this is. I think landing the other way would have been more fun. So why don't we do that? I'm going to land the other direction, just because it seems like it's going to be more fun. let's do that. Yeah, that's another thing. Another one of my ambitions that I just don't get any time to. There's a baseball field. Look at that. That I just don't get any time to fulfill, which is that I wanted to start flying that D-18 a lot because I absolutely love that airplane, but I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. All right, we'll go second match of flaps. You know, Blue Star, the Phoenix is definitely one of the more demanding planes in the sim, that's for sure. That's another good question. Do you get it on other planes? And I am going to hit the ground here pretty soon. I'm not careful. There we go. That's another good question, because if you're flying the Phoenix is known for kind of not being really well optimized, honestly. Alright, power out. Whoa. I was trying to land on the back side of that hump in the runway, and I almost smacked right into the ground. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's actually a very good idea. And I know the Phoenix compared to the PMDG definitely is more of a resource hog, as the kids say. So that'll be an interesting test. But I would also try the VPN, see if maybe that does anything for you. Strange. I think that's the... Try not to clip this guy's wings. He spent 15 million bucks on his plane. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. High wing, low wing. We should be good. Mixture's idle. Cut off. Throttles are idle. Parking brake is set. Now let's go take a look outside here. Yeah, look at that. He's safe. Safe as can be. Where's everybody? There we go. There's Buckman coming in. Looking good, looking good. It's another good idea. Hey Jamie, absolutely, we will do this. We will do this. Like I said, I was thinking about you earlier. I hope you're doing well. Give me a shout. The next 2 days might be a little tight because I gotta go to the airport tomorrow night, and I gotta go to the airport the day after that to pick up a friend. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Take care, Jamie. It's good to see you. Let me turn my lights off. Avionics master. That was weird. Turn me mags off. And what else do I want to do? I want to do this. We gotta get boarding steps and chocks. And we gotta open our doors because this is how we roll. Alright. Blue Star, that's interesting. Ryan, I'm glad you joined. Thanks for hopping in. And oh, there's okay, here we go. There's the citation. And don't be a stranger. Join us. Keep flying with us. We enjoy it. And I've never done. I think maybe I've done that surface scan now thing like once. Maybe I should do that. But cool. This is a cool little airport. I like this. That was the first jet I ever started flying. Was that C-25 citation. Awesome, Jamie. We'll get in touch, man. We'll get in touch. All right. So, do we have everybody out on the ground? I think we do. Gentlemen, this was a good time. Yeah, Peter, it seems like he's tried everything under the sun. Crazy. Crazy. Man. Um, yeah, we could do that, Ryan. So what we're doing, I can't really show it because, yeah, I can't really show it. But we started in, let me see. I don't know if I'll be able to open the map up big enough. Maybe I will. But we started, I don't think, let me see. Keep going, keep going. All right, so we started here. Oh, actually, I think we started here. Flew over here. And then we went up and over Puerto Rico. We went up this side of the Dominican. We did Haiti. We came over and did. No, then we came down. We did Jamaica. And then I think after that we came over and did the Caymans. Then we went. Yeah, exactly. Then we went straight up to Cuba. Oh, this is where we went in Cuba, right here. And then we did Cuba. And then we went straight up and did the Bahamas. Then we did Turks and Caicos. Then we came back, did some more Haiti. Did some more Puerto Rico. Are you guys getting dizzy yet? Then we did St. Croix. And then we came down, down, down. This is where they just got hit by the hurricane really bad. And then we did Tobago, then we did Trinidad, and then we've done across Venezuela, out here, came out here to these little islands, and we came out to Bonaire, Curacao, Aruba, and we came back down to Venezuela, came down here, we did a flight around Maracaibo, Lake Maracaibo, and then we flew up here, and that was our latest one. So we've done like the huge tour of the Caribbean. So it's been fun. But once we get back towards where we sort of started, then we can do yeah, rum and yes, rum and coke, yes sir. Um, and then yeah, Scotty, yeah, it happens. I started flying that plane like probably 2 years ago on the advice of my good friend SimPilot, who's got a big day tomorrow. It's a secret. I can't tell you what it is, but my friend SimPilot's got a big day tomorrow, track and field. So, but yeah, so we can do Ryan. We can do whatever we want. This is a democracy. We can do whatever we want. But thanks for joining. And yeah, Ryan, it's good to see some new people flying along. Scotty, good to see you as well. Blue Star, man, I wish you luck. And let us know how things go. And thanks for dropping in. It's good to chat. And Bob, we will do that, and we'll see everybody on Sunday. Hungarian Grand Prix, I think, is probably going to be at like 10 o'clock. So flight should be probably the normal time. Dude, Blue Star, that'd be awesome. That would be really cool. You're welcome anytime. We fly Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, usually around 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern time. Buckman, the pleasure is all mine, friend. Pleasure is all mine. Well, I'm gonna go eat some fish and chips, gentlemen, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday and a good weekend. And we'll chat on Sunday. So thanks everybody for coming out. I really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take it easy, guys. Hey, you too, Peter. I appreciate it. Good luck with that. Good luck with the gigs, man. Have fun. Mike Coffee, take it easy. Kenneth, be well. Good to hear. Good to see you. And Scotty, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the race on Friday or on Sunday rather. But take care, guys. I really appreciate everybody stopping in. Good to see you guys.